if you look what he did when he came in, decided to print trillions and trillions of dollars, and the result of that's been the worst inflation that we've seen in this country in 4 decades. And it's killing people all across the board to have to pay so much for gasoline, have to pay so much for bills, have to pay so much for food. And that's really, and they say it's 8.5%, but if you look at the things that matters, it's gone up way more than that. So that's what you're dealing with. And they said it wouldn't happen. Then they said it was just a blip. And now they're trying to blame Putin, but it's been going up for over a year. So this is a real problem. And I think the fear is that they're going to do monetary policy, some of this other stuff is really going to put a hamper on the economy potentially. Now, I think Florida is well positioned to withstand some of that turmoil because we've been fortunate to draw a lot of investment. But the reality is, if you look 2-3 years out, there's a not insignificant chance that Biden plunges us into a recession. And so we're prepared. If we have problems on the revenue side, years in advance, we have the ability to plug that immediately. And I think that's the prudent way to do it. You want to make sure that you have the type of reserves necessary to sustain the state if you have to deal with some of these things. So we're proud of that, and we're going to keep doing it. We're also proud of the fishing industry and what that means for the state of Florida. We are the fishing capital of this country, really the fishing capital of the world. We have people who come from all over the country and all over the world to come and fish in Florida. FWC estimates that $13.8 billion to the state's economy and 120,000 jobs are all tied to this industry. And so we know anglers across Florida love what they do. They love to do it. It's a great thing for families, and I know it's been a tradition for many, many people. So that's what we're here today to announce. And I'm really excited to be able to announce that for the 2022 Gulf Red Snapper season, it will last a total of 57 days and include both summer and fall season. And that will be the longest combined season that has ever been available for anglers since state management began. The 2022 Gulf Red Snapper summer season will open June 17th and run consecutively through July 31st. This will include Father's Day and July 4th weekends. Anglers will also have the opportunity to continue the season later in the year with the fall Gulf Red Snapper season. In the fall, there'll be 12 additional days, the longest fall season since state management began, for anglers to catch red snapper in the Gulf, including Veterans Day weekend and Thanksgiving weekend. So these additional days of fishing means that families can take advantage of the holiday weekends to have a great time off of Florida's coast in places like Destin. We know that they love the red snapper here in Destin, and why not? I mean, it's a great thing. This has been going on since the 1800s, and so we appreciate what it means to the culture of our state. We appreciate what it means to the economy of our state, and we're really fortunate to be able to make this announcement here today. So this is going to be a big deal for a lot of people, and I really look forward to all the anglers being able to enjoy this expanded red snapper opportunities. All right, we're going to hear from some folks from FWC, so we'll start with Rodney Barreto.
Thank you, Governor. I traveled here this morning from Miami, and we're open down there too, thanks to you. So listen, it's really, on behalf of the commission, I'm really happy of the governor's announcement this morning. We're given more opportunity to go red snapper fishing in the Gulf than ever in the history of Florida. But I'd also be remiss if I didn't highlight some of the governor's efforts with the environment, the clean water, the Everglades, our beloved Everglades, the environment in itself. This is the first governor who is a Republican governor who has put all his efforts into the environment and making it better for all Floridians. And I want to congratulate the governor on behalf of that. The governor, I often talk to the governor, and he instills in us, and he says, listen, let's be a trend setter, not a trend follower. So Florida, really, if you look around the United States, most fish and wildlife agencies look at Florida. They look at what we're doing. They look at our management practices. So, Governor, with that, I just want to let you know we want to thank you for all the resources you provide the agency to allow us to do the job for all Floridians. And we want to thank you for all this opportunity to make it better fishing season, a better environment, to enjoy the environment. Thank you.
I want to thank also the governor for his support and Chairman Barreto. They are staunch leaders in our environment and in maintaining our high quality of life. Governor, first of all, nice shirt. Really like that shirt. And I also just want to mention, and I've said it before, but I think it was 3 days on the job, the governor was taking an interest into what we were doing, and particularly in the health of our fish and wildlife. So I want to thank you for that, and it's been continued support. But I also want to thank two other groups. One is the tremendous team that we have at FWC that work tirelessly to bring the most access to the resource that we can, but they couldn't do their job without all the folks here and all the stakeholders and all the fishermen. It's such a great honor to be in this position, to serve the public, to serve these folks. But it's just been tremendous to get to know all of the people around the state that enjoy the fishing and hunting and access and the environment. So, Governor, Chairman, thank you once again.
All right, well, I want to thank FWC. Okay, we're going to hear from some folks locally, so we'll have Justin Leake.
Thank you, Governor. You know, recreational fishing is a big deal here in Florida. It's one of the largest economic drivers. Up here in the Panhandle, the red snapper is one of our most important fisheries. This is a really big step in the right direction for us. We want to thank you, Governor, for not only helping manage these fisheries, but also with your clean water initiatives. What you're doing right now is going to help us have access to these fisheries and ensure that it's here for our kids to enjoy as well. So thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Jennifer Adams.
Thank you, Governor. We are just really thankful that Governor DeSantis chose Destin Fort Walton Beach for this announcement today. I assure you locals are already put in for time off to go snapper fishing. We love red snapper here in Destin Fort Walton Beach, and they love our waters, mostly because we have the most active artificial reef program in the state. I am truly blessed. My Board of County Commissioners has allowed me to develop my own coastal resources team, where their main focus is fostering our natural resources, including our fisheries. This year alone, we are going to invest almost $3 million in growing our artificial reef network. To date, we've created over 300 artificial reefs in the Gulf of Mexico. And don't forget the 8 deep water buoys pioneered and named after Captain Kelly Wines. These fads are the only buoys of their kind in the continental United States. For decades, we've been proud to be known as the world's luckiest fishing village. And as you stand here today in Destin Harbor, you can see why. We are home to the largest fleet in the nation with more than 300 for-hire fishing operations. There are more than 2 million fishing trips that are taken annually in Destin Fort Walton Beach. In 2019, recreational saltwater fishing contributed more than $74 million to the economy, with more than 830 jobs. Captain Jim Green is here today, and he is the president of our fleet and the captain of the American Spirit. Last year, he took almost 10,000 anglers out to fish for red snapper. The impact of fishing extends far beyond our docks. This past year, visitors spent more than $736 million in our community, above and beyond the $33 million that we collected in tourist development taxes. That money goes directly back to our local economy of restaurant owners, charter captains, paddleboard operators, and other tourism-related industries. This provides us the opportunity to introduce new product and innovations like the Artificial Reef Program and Little Adventures. One of the most popular little adventures that we have is definitely charter fishing. Our experienced captains have taken generations of families out on the water, and because our deep water is so accessible, we can get kids outside very quickly and teach them how to fish. And after a long day, don't forget that you can bring your fish back up to many of our local restaurants, and they'll cook your catch that was just recently swimming in the harbor. Destin Fort Walton Beach is a place of initiation, and we sure love it when kids come off the boat holding their fish, and that smile on their face is priceless. So again, we're happy that you chose Destin to come here today, Governor DeSantis. Your bold decisions to open us up, our tourism economy in 2020, are the reasons for our success, and we're very happy for snapper season to begin. Thank you.
Well, we're excited. I know it's going to mean a lot to a lot of folks, not only here, but in other parts of the state and really people around the country that come to do this. And so we're happy to be a part of leading on this issue as well. And is there anything else I can do for Okaloosa County while I'm here? You guys got anything else you need? Huh? Well, we've done what's that? Okay. All right. Okay. Well, do we have any questions from anybody? Yes, ma'am. Well, the big push for me was I know how it's important to everybody, and so I asked FWC. I was like, guys, let's see what we can do. Let's use the most up-to-date data. Rodney, do you want to talk about what you guys did?
Yeah, so we looked at the data as well, and then we realized that if we added weekends and kind of broke it up so it wasn't just a concentrated fishing season, that it gave more people an opportunity, especially working people who have to work during the week, and this will give them an opportunity on the weekend to go fishing. So that was the thinking behind it.